Hello all, myself Prachi Agarwal. I'm assistant professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today the topic for my lecture is number system. It is from the subject digital electronics, that is subject code is BOE 310. The content I will be covering is decimal number system, binary number system, hexadecimal number system, octal number system. Now what is number system? The number system is a way of writing numbers using specific symbols or digit. That means a particular number can again be, we can again write it in some specific, using some specific symbols or some specific digits according to that particular system, right? It helps us to represent numbers mathematically. Mathematically, we can represent numbers very easily with the help of number system. It is also said that process of writing and arranging the nomenclature of numbers is called number system, right? So basically, when we have to use different symbols or digits for a specific number, we utilize number system. And number system is of various type. So I have written it: decimal number system, binary number system, hexadecimal number system, and octal number system, right? So here I have shown this, the types of number system: decimal number system, binary, octal, hexadecimal. So what is decimal number system? The number generally we used to see that from 0 to 9 comes under decimal number system. It has the base 10. As it is decimal number system, so remember it has base 10. Binary number is generally denoted by two bits, either 0 or 1, and it has the base 2. Then we come to octal numbers. Octal number system is the number which comes from 0 to 7 and which has the base 8. So as the word octal means 8, so it has the base 8. Then hexadecimal. Hexadecimal number system is basically the combination of numbers as well as some alphabets, right? So when we talk about numbers, so from 0 to 9, it is normal. 0 to 9 number comes under hexadecimal, and after 9 they take from 10 onwards A to F, A, B, C, D, E, F alphabets, right? And the base is again 16. So for decimal number system, base is 10. The thing which one should remember, it has base 2, octal has base 8, and hexadecimal has base 16, right? Now I have tried to write some, tried to cover some important things about the different number systems. Like first I have talked about decimal number system. So decimal number system is very common to us. It has the base 10, right? The radix, we can say radix as well. The radix or the base of a number determines the total number of different symbols or digits used by that system, right? With the help of base or radix, we can able to determine the number of symbols that particular system is basically using, right? For instance, in the decimal number system, 10 unique numbers or digits are used, and that from 0 through 9, right? Like from 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're total 10 numbers. So they are used. The total number of symbols is the same as the base, right? So the base is 10. So symbols will be 10 only. And the symbol which has the largest value is less than the base. The largest symbol, like in the case of decimal system, decimal has the base 10. So your largest number will be 10 minus 1. So it is equal to 9, right? So that is why it comes from 0 to 9. It happens in the case for octal as well. Same thing happens, right? So next, the value of a decimal number depends on the digits that makes up the number and place value of each digit. Place value means the weight, right? Weight assigned to each bit in particular word or in a particular number, right? So suppose I take the example of 1962. So 1962 is a total, I mean that is a decimal number system. So what I meant by weight, the weighted value of each position can be expressed as the base, that here the base is 10. So 10 in this case raised to the power of the position, right? Suppose I take the example of 1962. So what does this weight means? So 1962, so 2 has the weight 0, 6 weight 1, 9 weight 2, 1 weight 3. So we will start counting from here 0, 1, 2, 3, and these weight will be used by taking it as a power of that particular base, right? So in this case, like 2, so 2 into 10 raised to power 0. Then the digit is 6, so 6 into 10 raised to power 1. 9, 9 into 10 raised to power 2. And similarly 1, 1 into 10 raised to power 3. So on solving, we will get 2, 60, 900 and 1000. Then we will add and we see the same number is coming, the number which is written here, right? So this is how basically we proceed and we make the use of these weighted value, or we can say positional value of particular digit, right? Then we have binary number system. So binary number system, it uses 2 as a base, as I already told, and it has the digits 0 or 0 and 1. It also, we can say that binary number system is used in digital signal. So we know that digital signal is like this, that either it is low or it gives the value high. So we say here it is 0, and when it is high, so it has the value 1. Or we can say that at this point it is 0 and at this point it is 5 volt, right? So this is about binary number system. This basically number system use only 2 digits. So each position of a binary number can go through only 2 changes. Okay, only 2 changes are there, either 1 or the 0, right? Or we can say either 0 or 5 volt. So here we represented by low level and this is represented by high levels. So this I have covered the table of whole number system. So first I have written decimal number system from 0 to 20, then corresponding octal number. So you see that till 7 it is same, but after 7 for 8 number, for 8 decimal number it is 10, right? Similarly, if you see after 17, after 15, the number is octal number is 17, but 18 and 19 will not come. For 16 number decimal number you will get 20, right? Why? Because this is the octal number system and it takes the value from 0 to 7. And the similar case for 0 to 9 it is same. From 10 onwards it take alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, and then after 15 or 16 onwards it again use numbers, that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And if I consider binary number for any of the decimal number, so suppose the number is 10, so we have to find binary equivalent. So how we will do? We normally just divide it. So 2, 5, 10, so 0, 2, 2, 4, so 1, 2, 1, 2, so it is 0, right? So this is how we take and we collect the remainders from top to bottom. So this 10 will be represented, 10 in decimal is represented by 1010 in binary, right? Although it is understood that 1010 comes in binary, but since 1010 can writing base is a very good thing, so make it a habit to write base, right, when you are doing number system. So similar way we can find out the binary of any decimal number. So the same thing I have written. Then suppose you are given with any binary number and you have to convert this binary number to a decimal number. So what is the method, what is the process you proceed? Then there is a binary number system. Number is given 10101101, right? Now you have to convert this binary into a decimal number. So what you will do, you just assign the positional value of all these bits, right? So this is 1, So we will start writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then what we will do is we just multiply, we will take it, we use these positional value as a power always, right? So power of what? Power of that particular base from which we are going to convert, right? So here we are going to convert from binary. So which base we are going to use? 2 only, right? So 1 into 10 is power 0, 0 into 10 is power 1. Similar case for this, 1 into 10 is power 2, 1 into 10, 1 into 2 is power 3, 0 into 2 is power 4. Similar way and the similar pattern you are going to do. You just remember that these positional value are used for the power purpose and power of that base of which particular, of that number system from which we are going to change it, right? So we are changing a number system from binary to another. So that is why we are going to use 2 as the base, right? So again I am telling 1 into 2 to the power 0, then 0 into 2 to the power 1. For this one, 1 into 2 to the power 2. For this, 1 into 2 to the power 3, 0 into 2 raised to power 4, 1 into 2 to the power 5, 0 into 2 to the power 6, 1 into 2 to the power 7. So on multiplication and solving, you will get these values. And when you add it, so you will get 173, and 173 is a decimal number, so that is why I have used this base 10. So this is how we do the conversion. So conversion from one number system to another number system, conversion can come in your exam also, right? So this I have explained that what is MSB, most significant bit, and what is LSB, least significant bit. Suppose this is a binary number is given. So normally we know that 1, 0 are the bits. So this I have represented bit, and the bit which is here, this is said, this is called as LSB, and the one which is at this position is said to be MSB, most significant bit. And we say that this is upper byte and this one is lower byte. Because why we are using byte? Because byte is a combination of 8 bits, right? So these are total 8 bits. So that is why we are using upper byte and lower byte, right? And this whole lower byte and upper byte, when combined, they form a word, because word has a 16 bits, right? So this is how we do the, these naming. So this should be clear to you. I have written the definitions as well, that byte is the group of 8 bits and word is a group of 2 or more bytes, right? So LSB is a least significant bit, which I told is the bit that represents the smallest value, and the most significant bit is the digit that represents the largest value, right? So this here the bit will be the largest value, so that is why it is MSB, and here it is the least value, so that is why it is the least significant bit. Then we have I have shown how we convert decimal number into a binary number. So when we are converting decimal to binary, so we just divide it by 2. So we know how to divide it. So if it is 47, so we know we have to divide by 2, and then we will collect remainders from down to up, and this is the, you will get this 1 0 1 1 1 1. I hope the division is clear to you already, right? Then there is another topic, that is negative numbers. A similar way we used to write positive numbers, so we should also know how the negative numbers is written in the in this binary number system. So when we say that number system in negative form, so we collect from 0 to 7 and 0 to -7, right? So we see that for 0 it is 0 0 0 0, 4 times 0. If we see +1 and -1, there is a difference of only this MSB, right? If similarly, if we see +2 and -2, there is a difference of this MSB, right? So what we noted that if your number is positive, your MSB will be 0 every time, right? If your number is positive, your MSB will be 0, irrespective of the change of the number, right? 7 we used to write by 1 1 1, right? So we used to put 0 in front of it just to make it a positive number. But if this number is negative, Same number if I talk about plus 7, and now I'm considering minus 7. So minus 7, what it is? Same 1, 1, 1. In place of this 0, since it is minus, so we used to put 1. Right? So every negative number has 1 as the MSB. So I think this is clear to you. This is a positive number from 0 to 7, or we can say 1 to 7, and this is a nomenclature for negative number minus 1 to minus 7. Then I have explained it. What is complement? Complement, 1's complement, 2's complement. They are very important thing. Basically, using the complement, it make the complex thing easier for our computer, because we need to perform mathematical operations. So if those operations are performed using the complement, so the particular operation will be performed very easier. So that is why we used to follow complement. So I am just telling what is complement. Suppose I take the example of 1010. So in 1's complement, it is written as 1's complement means we are just complementing each bit, right? So where it is 1, we write 0. Where it is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, right? So we just complemented each bit and we got the 1's complement. If I talk about 2's complement, so 2's complement means 1's complement of that number plus 1, right? So if I talk about this number, 1's complement is 0, 1, 0, 1, and if I add 1 to it, so what I will get? 1 plus 1 is 2, so 0, 1, 1, 0, right? 0, 1, 1, 0. So this is the 2's complement, right? So 1's complement is just the complement of that particular binary number, and if we are finding 2's complement, so we have to add 1 to that particular 1's complement, right? So this I have explained again, the table for 1's complement and 2's complement. So for 1's complement, the table is same as we got for a positive number, right? And for we can say for the negative number, the table is just, you see that for 111, it is complemented 0, 0, 0, 3 times 0, and we know that we have to put 1 because it is a negative number, right? Again I am telling that for in 1's complement, these number are same, because these are this is as it is like we done in positive number from plus 1 to plus 7. For positive numbers, we have to put 0 as MSB, and then we just write it. Like for 7, we write 111, 3 times 1. For 6, we write 110. So similar way, you just write it same as binary numbers, right? But if we are finding numbers from minus 1 to minus 7 in case of 1's complement, so MSB will be 1 only, because it is a negative number. And for rest of the bits, like for 7, so we know that plus 7 in this case is 0 for positive and 1, 1, 1 for 7 only, right? But if I talk about minus 7 in 1's complement, so first we have to put 1 because it is negative number, right? Now it is in 1's complement, so we have to complement it 0, 0, 0, right? So this is how we used to write. And if it is 2's complement, so this from 0 to 7 is same in all the things, right? For positive number in 1's complement, 2's complement. But if in case of 2's complement, again from minus 1 to minus 7, there is a change. What is the change? That whatever 1's complement you got, you have to add 1 to it for finding the 2's complement. So for the negative number again, we have to put 1 in the MSB, right? And again, if I talk about plus 7 in case of 2's complement, so it is same 0, 1, 1, 1. But minus 7 in case of 2's complement. So what would be? The 1's complement. What is 1's complement? 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. So you have to add 1 to it. So it is 1, 0, 0, 1. This is in the case of 2's complement. Similar way, if I have to write 2's complement as a 16-bit number, so we just, what we do is, your 4 bits will remain the same, and you just put zeros to make it a 16-bit number. You just put zeros in the empty spaces to make it a 16-bit number. And the similar way, if your number is negative, what you have to put? You have to put 1 only to fill those empty places. to make it a 16-bit number. I think this is clear to you, right? Then we have octal number system. So octal number system, again it has the base 8 and it takes the bit from 0 to 7. Here I have written that this is a binary number. Suppose 0 0 0, in octal it is written as 0, but if your binary number is 0 1 1, so in octal it is written as 3, and if your number is 1 1 1, so in octal it is written as 7, right? So suppose your number is 4 6 2. So how we will, this is a octal number because it has the base 8. You have to analyze which number it is with the help of base 8. Otherwise you can't know, because the decimal number is is also same in this case, right? So with the help of base you will get to know that this is that particular number system, and then you will proceed for its conversion, right? So suppose I have to convert this octal number into a decimal number. So what we will do? We have to use positional weight, that is 0, 1 and 2. These weights will be used as a power of which base? The base from which we have to do conversion. So from which base we have to do conversion? We have to do from octal number, right? So that is why 8 to the power 0, 8 to the power 1, 8 to the power 2, and those all will get to be multiplied with 2, 6 and 4 respectively, right? So here on multiplication we will get this, and on addition again we will get this. So this is how we do the conversions. Similarly, if your number is octal and you want binary number, so you directly write binary correspondent digits for particular octal number, right? For like for 4 it is 100, for 6 it is 110, and for 2 it is 010. Now the next is hexadecimal. So it has the base 16. It basically use 16 numbers, base 16, and with A to F it also use base from 8 to F. Like from 0 to 9 it is same, but from 10 onwards it use, for 10 it is A, for 11 it is B, for 12 it is C, for 13 it is D, for 14 it is E, and for 15 it is F. So this is how hexadecimal number system works. I will explain with the help of example. So suppose your number is 1B7, it is already understood that this is a hexadecimal number. So again we use positional weight, and these positional weight will be used as power, right? So power of which base? 16, because this number is hexadecimal. So 16 to the power 0, 16 to the power 1, 16 to the power 2. On multiplication we will get this, and then on addition we have to add, and then we will get 439 to the base 10. That is, we have converted hexadecimal number into a decimal number, right? So I think this is clear to you. This table is also same. So the same hexadecimal number is converted into a decimal number. This is how. For 1 we can write 3 times 0 1. For B we can write, what is B? What is B? I just explained that B is 11. So for 11 we have to write the the binary equivalent, and similar way for 7, right? So this is how we used to write hexadecimal into binary. Then the another topic, very important topic, we used to do arithmetic operations using this binary digits as well. So for addition it is quite simple, that 0 plus 0 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, and when it is 1 plus 1, so 1 plus 1 means 2, right? So 2 we can write in binary as 1 plus 1 is basically 2, or in binary we can write 2 as 1 0. So 1 plus 1 basically means 0, and this is sum, and carry will be 1, right? So this is how we do the addition. For subtraction purpose also we do the similar way, but there is very easiest way and very commonly used way, that is subtraction can be done using the complement method. So I will explain it using complement. So this is a subtraction that if we have to perform subtraction from 5 minus 2. So 5 is considered as minuend, 2 is considered as subtrahend, and the C, which is the result, that is difference, right? So suppose I take the example of 10 minus 6. So I'm just explaining it. Suppose I take the example of 10 minus 6, right? So we know 10 minus 6 is 4. So we just have to convert it into binary. So on conversion binary, we know that it is 1 0 1 0, and if I talk about 6, so it is 0 1 1 0, right? So on subtraction we will get 0 0, and here also you will get 1, right? So on normal subtraction you will get this, but this subtraction we can also perform using the 1's complement and 2's complement. So I will be explaining it using both the method. So using 1's complement, how we will do is, we will write 10 as 1 0 1 0 as it is, and we have to convert this, right? We have to convert this 0 1 1 0 in a 1's complement form. So in 1's complement it is 1 0 so it is 1 0 0 1, right? So we will do, next step is to do the addition. When we are using it using 1's complement, first we have to find 1's complement, then we have to add it to the minuend, right? We have to take 1's complement of the subtrahend, and in case of 2's complement we have to find 2's complement for subtrahend, and then we have to add it to the minuend. The similar way we have to perform here. So and then I am doing the addition. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 1 plus 1 is 0 1, right? So you will get 1 0 1 1. So that means you are getting carry. So if you are getting carry, so that means your result is positive. Remember this thing, if you are getting carry in case of 1's complement, 2's complement, that means your result is positive, right? And what we do for this carry, so in case of 1's complement, this carry will get added. So you again add it. So you will get 1 plus 1 0 0 1. So your answer is 1 0 0. This is using 1's complement. The same if I do using 2's complement. So we have again 1 0 1 0 as it is. Now here in case of subtrahend, yes, in case of subtrahend we need to add 1 to the 1's complement. So this is a 1's complement. So we have to add 1 0 1 plus 1. So this is 0 1 0 1. So 0 1 0. So we will add it. So 0 0 1 0 1, right? So here also you are getting the carry. So that means again your number is positive. Here also number is positive. Now in case of 2's complement, you will just discard the carry and your answer will be as it is 1 0 0. So see, you are getting the same answer, but while using 2's complement, your complex subtraction will get easier. So that is why we can do subtraction using these two methods as well. Now this the another example where there is no carry. So again I will be explaining this. Suppose you are subtracting 0 1 0 1 and you have to subtract basically 1 1 0 1 1. So what you will do in case of 1's complement, you just find 1's complement. So it is 0 0 1 0 0. This is 1's complement, and similarly I am writing 2's complement as well. So it is 0 0 1 0 1, right? So here I am using 1's complement method. So I will use this 0 0 1 0 0. So in addition you will get 1 0 0 0 1. So there is no carry. So no carry means your answer will be negative. So you just use negative, and in case of 1's complement, what you will do for final answer, you just complement whatever you are getting and your answer will be this, right? This is in the case of 1's complement. If the same I use for 2's complement, so what it will be, 1 1 0 1 1. For 2's complement, 0 0 1 0 1, and you just added. So it is 0 1, 0, 0, 1. Right, so again you are not getting any carry. Clear? So there is no carry, so your answer is negative. You know, negative. Now what I will do is, what I will do for finding the 2's complement, I just subtract the 1, because the one which I have added for 2's complement, I will just subtract it. So on subtracting, you will get 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Right? Now, for if I am using 2's complement, first I have to subtract 1 and then I have to complement all the bits. So on complementing, we'll get 0, 1, 1, 0, and this is in negative. So this is your final answer. So if you are getting any carry, so your answer will be positive, and if you are getting no carry, so your answer will be negative, and this is how you will do the subtraction. So I think whole lecture is clear to you. All the topics related to this lecture, I think, clear to you. So thank you and Jai Hind.